turned 71 in August, and I'm a cancer survivor. I've been a stand-up wannabe for a long time, and I figured I better take a shot at it now while there's still a chance that I can remember my lines. Well, at this point, I have a hard time remembering the answer to my secret question when I'm trying to recover a password. My secret question is, what is your only child's name? My darling daughter's involved with my being here tonight. For years, she's been encouraging me to do this. She keeps telling me, don't worry, Dad, even if you're not funny, you'll still be funny looking.
Nice.
Okay. Well, I have some great news for all you young people out here. And when I say young people, I mean men who haven't been through a midlife crisis and women who haven't been through menopause. Now, here's the great news. When you get to be my age, you're still going to love to fuck.
Woo!
Trust me on that. Yep. As long as everything's working, you will be doing it. Now, there are some challenges to senior sex, and there's some ground rules that have to get laid before anybody's getting laid. I have a friend who lost his wife a couple of years ago. He's just now starting to get back out there. He's met a lovely lady. They've been dating for a while. They're starting to talk about being intimate. But senior sex can be daunting when new. So she wondered what she'd have to do. She said, be honest with me. He replied, infrequently. And she asked, is that one word or two? Thank you. Like I said, there are some challenges to senior sex, and you have to make some adjustments due to the fact that, things change. And it's nothing that you can't work around. I'll give you an example. Sex toys. Sex toys go from a vibrator to a defibrillator. Yeah, when we old folks be doing the wild thing, it could turn into a heart-stopping experience, I'll tell you that. And of course, there are the obvious aging problems, right? Aging can leave you sexually scarred, and you can end up disabled and marred. You still have desire, but you can't light a fire if she's dry and you can't get hard. Now, those are easy problems to fix, right? No problem. You know what you do? You jumpstart your Johnson, you grease her crease, and you're off to the races. Thank you. That's in the next one. If you're determined to still do the deed, there's no reason you have to concede. A little pill for your dick and a little lube does the trick. Like Mick said, you get what you need, right? And if you get what you need, you can get what you want, which is outcomes where everyone comes happily ever after. So, there you have it, kids. This is what you have to look forward to. And on a personal note, I want you to know that with regard to me and senior sex, I am a bad grandmother fucker. Thank you very much. Now, do any of you have nicknames? I've had a few nicknames. Nicknames can be cool. I've never had a cool. I've been Turtle, I've been the Noodle, and I've been the premature ejaculator. Yeah, that one's a mouthful. The girl who gave it to me could barely spit it out. Thank you. Now, I do have one nickname. I got it. I'll give you the link to the YouTube video when I post it. Now, I do have one nickname that I've been stuck with the longest and I've been called the most. And I got this nickname. It was given to me because I have a lifelong aversion to accountability. In other words, it was my bad attitude that got me this nickname. And I could have lived with it if my nickname would have been bad attitude. That's kind of gangster. It's cool, right? Yeah. But those weren't the two words that would come to define me and describe me. These were, fucking idiot. Yeah. Yeah, to add insult to injury, it was my parents that first called me that at a very early age. It made for some very uncomfortable moments when I was growing up. Like when my mother would come storming out of the house when I'd be outside playing with my friends, and she'd look over at me and go, "Hey, fucking idiot, get your ass in the house now." Now, that's not the kind of thing that's going to get you any street cred, that's for sure. And when you have a nickname like fucking idiot, it's only natural you're going to live down to the expectations that go with it. I did. I could never shake it. My family and friends called me by it. Every employer always called me that. Yeah. And all of my wives picked up on it and began calling me that right after we got married. All of my wives. That's coming. Yeah. Exactly. They used to use it in a rhetorical question. Are you a fucking idiot? I mean, why ask if you already know the answer, right? But like I said, all of my wives. I'm married now. I've been married 4 times. Without going into details, my first marriage was a crash and burn. Sadly, 2 and 3 are angels in heaven. And the woman I'm married to now is a gift from God. She is, truly. My wife is an incredible woman. She's the smartest person I've ever known. She's the most interesting person I've ever known. She's sweet, she's kind, and she's drop-dead good looking. And I'm not just saying this because I'm only an argument away from poverty. She's the best thing that ever happened to me. Fact is, she only has one glaring flaw, and you're glaring at it. Now, I did tell you that my first marriage was a crash and burn. That was predictable. That marriage started out with a major misunderstanding. Yep, before we got married, I told her that I'd been saving up for her, and she thought I meant money. That led to a very sticky situation. Oh, it was something she just couldn't swallow. Yeah. So, of course, oral sex was out, but it's nothing worth fighting over. I could never win. Hell, I couldn't even get a good lick in. Sex was not a big part of our relationship, but it wasn't really a problem. Let's just say I came to grips with it. I could handle it. It's no big thing. And before we got married, she loved sex. Then I said I do, and she said I don't anymore. Yeah. And to make matters worse, she went from a sex freak to a control freak. Every time that we had sex together and the time we were together, she had it planned and scheduled. Her idea of good sex was to hop in the sack at 5 to 12 on New Year's Eve, finish up at 5 after, and knock off 2 years in 10 minutes. So, with all my experience in the world of marriage, I'd like to offer you some unsolicited free advice worth everything you paid for it and less. The secret to avoiding marital tension, apathetic and oblivious prevention. Don't pull out your hair, better don't care, and as a rule, also don't pay attention. All right, so I'm going to close with this. When you get to a certain age, people are going to start telling you that you need to grow old gracefully. Well, here's my answer to that. Bullshit. grow gracefully, you must be dreaming. My Peter Pan syndrome is teeming. If I may be so bold, here's how I'm growing old. I'm going kicking and screaming. Thank you very much. I'm Joel Kravitz.